Hey, what's up? What it do, man? It's DC Blacks TV once more. And I'm your man, Uptown Eon Williams. I want to send a big shout out to my man, King Nat. Rocking this joint today, living under serious hate, man. Check that out. Lush. Living under serious hate. Shout out to man King Nat. He in USP Lee County right now. Young brother, dynamite entrepreneur, even though he's facing a hell of a situation. Even though he's facing a hell of a situation, he's in prison. He's in the United States penitentiary, but he's constantly being creative, man. One thing I love about King Nat, man, is that no matter where they send him, even in prison, he never gives up. He never gives up hope. You know, he still makes music. He still makes clothes. He still, man, plans for the future. Shout out to King Nat. I'm gonna put some of his stuff on there right now, man. Salute, man. Free Opio, free Black Valley, man. Free Mo Style. Shout out to that Lee County crew. So anyway, today we're gonna cover the surface of a guy by the name of Opio Moore. Opio Moore, for lack of a better term, man, he's a legendary street figure. Some may even call him a gangster. I don't believe that he likes the term gangster, but if I had to put him in a category, I would definitely say, man, when you come to, black gangsters, black outlaws, at least at some point in time, Opio was that. So never forget, a lot of these guys that I talk about, they may have done some gangster stuff in their life, as we say in the street, some gangster shit, but many of them don't push that narrative. For an example, shout out to Ishmael Forbay. He'll talk, he'll drop some knowledge, he'll drop some jewels, but the last video we put up about him, that went into some of his accused and his alleged activity, he didn't like that, and that's not the narrative he was trying to push. But nevertheless, Opio was one of the most intelligent brothers I've ever been able to interact with. I met him through a good friend of mine by the name of Mustafa Zulu, and Opio a little bit older than us, and he's been around. But let's just get straight to it. We're gonna call this the Opio Moore story. Legendary street figure, okay? Early life and background. Opio Moore was born on January 23rd, 1972 in Washington, D.C. at the now defunct Columbia Hospital for Women in Georgetown. Raised in both Washington, D.C. and Prince George's County, Maryland, Opio's early life was marked by a blend of happiness and adversity. He enjoyed a childhood filled with sports, reading, and cultural activities despite the shadow of his father's arrest for selling cocaine and subsequent incarceration in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Though Opio never used cocaine, the drug was a constant presence in his environment, shaping much of his early experiences. Tragically, his younger brother, who shared the same parents and was nearly 9 years his junior, was killed in 2006. It was a deep loss for Opio. Educational journey in early adulthood for Opio Moore. Opio attended several schools, including a private school on Nella Road, Stewart Junior High, Friendly High School, and Dunbar High School in Northwest. With his education in English and history laid the groundwork for his future writing career. Opio has written a number of books while serving time in the federal prison system. However, his educational journey was disrupted when he was expelled from Dunbar High School in his senior year for shooting dice. He later earned his GED while incarcerated at the Alexandria Detention Center in Virginia, while he was held for distributing cocaine. Despite being accepted into the University of the District of Columbia in early 1992, Opio's involvement in street life led him to leave after just 1.5 semesters, criminal convictions, and legal battles. Opio Moore's life became increasingly entangled with the criminal justice system, culminating in a series of serious convictions. On December 5th, 2008, a federal jury convicted him of conspiracy to possess and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. This conviction led to the U.S. District Judge Roger W. Titus sentencing Opio to life in prison on December 30th, 2008. I hope you heard that clearly. They sentenced Opio to life for a box of bullets, being a convicted felon. Additionally, Evidence presented at the sentencing hearing linked Opio to other violent crimes, which is also part of the reason why they use preponderance of evidence and things based on the box of bullets to give him life without parole. But I want everybody to pay close attention to that part. He got a life sentence for 1 box of bullets. Additionally, evidence presented at the sentencing hearing linked Opio to other violent crimes, including the 2004 murder of Jason Schwindler, a Dunbar armored car employee, during a robbery. Earl Davis, shout out to Baby Earl, free Baby Earl, man, who was convicted in connection with the same robbery and murder, had previously been sentenced to life plus 35 years in prison. Judge Titus, considering the preponderance of evidence, including a recorded jail visit between Davis and Opio Moore, that found that Opio's involvement in these crimes warranted the maximum sentence, which was life without parole. The federal jury's conviction of Opio for the ammunition charges stemmed from an incident on August 30th, 2006, when Opio was observed purchasing ammunition through a third party at the Railco gun store in Forestville, Maryland. Following this transaction, Moore's vehicle was stopped, searched, and found to contain a box of .40 caliber ammunition, leading to his arrest. At the time of this arrest, Moore was on supervised release for a prior federal conviction and was legally prohibited from possessing firearms or ammunition due to his multiple prior convictions. The sentence was announced by U.S. Attorney Rod J. Ronstein, who emphasized that the life sentence reflected not only the specific conduct for which Moore was convicted of, which was the box of bullets, but also his extensive criminal record and character, career, and personal growth. Despite the significant challenges Opio has faced, he has made substantial progress in his personal and professional life, even while in prison. Now, at 51 years old, he takes great pride in his physical fitness and his health, achieved through consistent hard work and preservation. They say he got a military workout. They say his workout is like a Navy SEAL. Now at 51 years old, he takes great pride in his physical fitness and health, achieved through consistent hard work and preservation. As a writer, he has completed several manuscripts. He's written urban novels. He has some books that I will actually call philosophical because it's about different thinkings. He studied different thinkings and different mindsets and ways of life from all over the world. He also, this is a personal thing that I know he's helped me with. He's a legal genius. He understands all the ways that the law works and all the vessels and all the vehicles that you're supposed to use to get back in front of a judge or to get back in court. And based on that alone, I believe he's going to get some relief at some point in time. I mean, as I put this, let's call it a story or expose together, I've seen many things that he's filed. And one thing I know about being a litigator, because I filed a lot of things in court myself, you're going to get a lot of no's, but you just need yes one time. As a writer, he has completed several manuscripts, self-published an urban novel, and continues to receive positive feedback for his work. Like I told you, I couldn't believe that there was an African-American man that was writing a highly anticipated vampire book. I didn't know that, I'm not going to say that I didn't know that black people wrote them, but I didn't grow up really reading vampire books. And, you know, he's been in prison. He studied all type of genres of literature, and he's been able to try his hand and write different ones. Challenges and resilience. Opio's life has been marked by numerous challenges, both in the free world and in prison. I told you he spent many years in ADX as well, where he is currently serving a life sentence at USP Lee County. He views adversity as a vital source of strength, and his resilience, tenacity, and fortitude have helped him navigate all of these obstacles, from race wars to prison riots to life sentences and more. Interests and values. Opio is passionate about maintaining his physical fitness. Reading widely continues his intellectual growth. Meditating, listening to music, and engaging in stimulating conversations. His core values include integrity, persistence, loyalty, love, empathy, particularly for those facing adversity. Legacy and aspirations. Opio hopes to be remembered for his intelligence, loyalty, integrity, and creativity. His aspirations are to achieve success at a consistently high level, both personally and professionally, and he will never give up the fight for freedom. Life lessons and philosophy. Life lessons and philosophy. Through his experiences, Opio has learned the importance of foresight and the futility of regret. He believes that every mistake, failure, and challenge in life shapes and strengthens an individual. And he remains committed to moving forward regardless of the obstacles in front of him, regardless of the walls around him, regardless of the razor wire and the camera, regardless of the gun towers and the assault weapons inside. Final thoughts. Opio Moore's journey is one of resilience, growth, and determination. Despite challenges and legal battles he has faced, including the life sentence, he continues to pursue his passions and inspires others with stories and knowledge and experience of his past. His legacy as a legendary street figure in Washington, D.C. is defined not only by his past, but also by his ongoing commitment to personal and professional excellence, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Shout out to O, man. Free O, free the real, long live the men. It's DC or nothing.